Before you click off this video thinking it's going to be talking about alt farming, that is not what this video is about. This is about being very efficient with your resources and getting the most value out of your platinum, your resources in terms of gem power, or your dupe gems to get you the most resonance possible as a free-to-play player, and of course giving you more damage, especially if you're going to go for those 1 and 2 star gems, which if you've seen from my previous video, you would know that it is way more valuable to run those gems than it is to run the higher resonance gems, potentially if you want higher damage numbers. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, so here is the chart here. Now, before I jump into this, guys, I want to mention really quickly, I actually got some better lighting and a better camera, so let me know if there's any feedback you want to give on that. I'm very curious. I know that there's a little bit of a green screen troubling, but that's usually just because we're on a white background here, so I've always kind of had that problem. I'm going to continue to mess with things, see if I can improve that a little bit, but I'm curious to hear what you guys have to say about that. Trying to make the video quality better always and always. But for today, we have this spreadsheet behind me, which is a gem power to resonance chart, meaning however much gem power you spend, this corresponds to how much resonance you're going to acquire, and giving you that ratio. So this is super important. Now, I've gone over this in a previous video because it is just that important, but I want to mention really quickly, this is not my chart. I did not create this. This was from Reddit, and then that person on Reddit said that they didn't create it, so I don't know who created this, but I didn't create it. All I have it is I have it as a sheet or a tab on my spreadsheet so that I can go ahead and basically, have easy access to this. But also, when I went over this previously, a lot of people disagreed in terms of what was understood. They had a disagreement, but it wasn't necessarily on what I was even talking about. So I want to see if I can explain it a little bit differently today, as well as explain it to all of you newer players out there that may be starting the game recently and don't understand how or what to upgrade your gems for to get the best bang for your buck. So first things first, the 1 and 2 star gems are going to be the more free-to-play friendly gems. The 5 star gems, usually if you're going to get a 5 star gem, it's going to be 3 out of 5. The 4 out of 5s tend to be a lot more expensive than the 3 out of 5s, considering, let's say, Chip of the Stone Flesh. You get a 3 out of 5 for like 40k on my server, but a 4 out of 5 ends up being like 70, 80k. And then the 5 out of 5s tend to be about 300k platinum. So the 5 out of 5s and the 4 out of 5s are generally not worth to go out and purchase, but the 3 out of 5s generally are in terms of how much resonance you're going to get from the platinum spent. So with that being said, I'm going to be focusing on those lower spenders, because if you're a pay-to-win player and you're an absolute whale, just go for the 5 out of 5s. But this might actually help you if you aren't necessarily a super pay-to-win whale and you're just someone that spends a little bit of money. Maybe this will help you out as well. So you can see here, we have the calculations. This is the overall calculations. The 1 star gems are going to give you 150 resonance. This isn't including gem resonance, which tends to be very expensive. And then the 2 star gems gives you 300. The 2 out of 5 gives you 820, 860, 900, and 1000. You can see the resonance per gem power increases for the later versions of the 5 star gems. Oops. But the base version of the 1 star and 2 star gems are going to be way more resonance per gem power than the other star gems. Why? Because they are way cheaper to upgrade. Now, this isn't even including the fact that some 1 and 2 star gems are better, which I will go over later on in the video, just to reiterate that what I've talked about in the previous videos. But what we're looking at here from the overall is that it's better to upgrade your 1 and 2 star gems for more resonance. Now, if you're a player that is a free-to-play and you have a mix, let's say you have 2/3 out of 5 star gems, we're going to base it off of the 3 out of 5 star gems because I think that's the average, and the 1 out of 2 star gems. We need to know which ones you want to upgrade and when. Now, this does not factor in the fact that you could go for rank 5s to get the magic find. If you care about the magic find more than resonance, then that is a separate decision, because I am not going to factor that into my calculations. What we look at here is that going from rank 1 to rank 2, okay, it costs you 1 gem power, you get 15 resonance, and that means that you get 15 resonance per gem power. That's what it means, right? If you go from rank 1 to rank 2. For a 2 star gem, if you go from rank 1 to rank 2, it costs 5 gem power, you get 30 resonance, which means you get 6 resonance per gem power. If you're upgrading a 3 out of 5 and you're going from rank 1 to rank 2, it costs you 50 gem power. It also gives you 80 resonance. That means you're getting 1.6 resonance per gem power. Now, this is what we're wanting to base our calculations off of and how we're going to go ahead and basically rank up all of our gems. Okay, so you're going to want to follow this and go through here and basically go step by step and upgrade the one that's the highest resonance per gem power. So what, for example, let's say I'm running, I don't know, 2 1-star gems, 3 2-star gems, and a 3 out of 5. What I would go ahead and do is upgrade my 1-star gems to rank 2. Then following that, the best resonance per gem power I'm getting is going to be the 2-star gem to rank 2. Then the next best resonance per gem power is actually the 1-star gems to rank 3. And then the 2-star gems to rank 3. And then the 3 out of 5-star gem to rank 2. You can see 1.6 resonance per gem power. Then we go back and we go to the 1-star gems to rank 4, the 2-star gems to rank 4. Then we go and do the 1-star gems to rank 5, the 2-star gems to rank 5, and then we do the 3 out of 5-star gem to rank 3. You can follow this chart all the way down. You're going to want to look at these categories right here that I'm highlighting over. That one right there. The one that basically shows the resonance per gem power. The reason why you want to follow this is because the amount of resources that you put into this gem gives you an X amount of resonance back, and you want to get the most resonance from your gem power. Now, there is a few other things to consider. For example, when you're doing a rank 3 out of 5-star gem, you're going to need dupes. The later ranks for rank 2s and rank 1s past rank 5, you're going to need dupes for those gems. Now, the dupes for the 1-star gems and the 2-star gems are very easy to acquire. The dupes for the 5-star gems are much more difficult. So you'll notice here, after you reach rank 4, going from rank 4 to rank 5, you're going to get very, very little resonance per gem power. In fact, it's almost lower than the entirety of the 2-star gems. And so I would suggest focusing on the 2-star gems and maxing those out, and the 1-star gems, because even though you're getting less resonance per gem power, the amount of gem power required to rank 5 a 3 out of 5-star gem is 410, which would take you months. Whereas a rank 10 2-star gem only requires 243, which still is a lot, but it's almost half as much as the rank 5 gem. So that's where you start to consider, okay, I can focus on the 3 out of 5-star gem, but it's going to take so long that it actually might be worth it to just go for the 2-star gem for the power within the intermediate months. Now that all factors in the resonance and gem power and all that good stuff. Let me move myself back over here. That's not even to consider the actual gems themselves, okay? And by the way, guys, the camera, because it's not the big white screen, looks a lot better. It looks a lot clearer. And I did get some better lighting so you guys can see a little brighter here. Again, I'm very curious on what you all have to say about that. Maybe some of you like it, maybe some of you don't. One thing's for sure, it is 100% better quality, whether or not you guys like it in terms of, you know, being able to see me. But in terms of gems here, 1-star and 2-star gems, this also doesn't even have to factor in some of the 3 out of 5-star gems aren't even that good, right? Like Blessing in the Worthy, yes, you can get that. Yes, you get higher resonance, but really the only gem that I would consider building for if you're free to play is going to be your Blood-Soaked Jade, right? This gem right here, this one is going to be the absolute best, most wanted gem because you're going to get the movement speed, you're going to get the damage increase. After that, I would definitely recommend focusing on the damage amping 2 and 1-star gems. As I went over in my previous video, those gems are way, 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 way more important to increase your damage than resonance ever will be. And if you're free to play, it's going to be easier to upgrade as well. So definitely recommend you guys focus on those 1 and 2-star damage amping gems. And then the 1 3 out of 5-star gem that you would run is going to be that Blood-Soaked Jade. But, you know, 3 out of 5 Blood-Soaked Jades are typically, you know, anywhere from like 70 to 80k, and Blood-Soaked Jades in general are 64k platinum. So if I were to run 1 5-star gem, it would be Blood-Soaked Jade, and that's it. I would not run any other ones just because of how important Blood-Soaked Jade is. Even though it is very expensive and arguably way more expensive than any other gem out there, the payout is way, way, way better. So I definitely recommend that to be your 1 5-star gem if you're free to play. So hopefully this gives you guys some help in determining which upgrades to go for. If you got lucky, you have a 5 out of 5. If you have a 4 out of 5 gem, this does change things. If I just pop back over to that spreadsheet here, you'll see as we approach the 4 to 5-star gems on this right hand side, you'll see that the resonance to gem power ends up being a little bit better. You can see that first upgrade ends up going, but after that actually ends up being the exact same. You'll see here exactly the same across the board because the resonance increase only matters for that certain second rank. And then also for the 5-star gems, that's where it starts to change because each rank gives you a little bit more gem power. So if you happen to get lucky and you are using some of those higher quality gems, which isn't average, that's not normal because a lot of people don't have those higher quality gems. But if you do, that is something to consider. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully this was informative. I know I've had a lot of content really basic around the numbers, but I like to do a lot of that research and I have done a lot of it. And so I wanted to give you guys updated versions of it and things to consider when you're going through. Other than that, guys, if you guys enjoy the content, be sure to sub to the channel, like this video, and I'll see you all